Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Natalie with Natalie's Closet, and I will be right back with Getting to Know You, episode 11. See you soon. Natalie's Closet. Okay, so welcome back everyone. This is Getting to Know You, episode 11, which I'm so excited about because I love that number. It's a number that shows up all the time in my life. But anyway, so welcome back to any new subscribers, and welcome back to all of our existing subscribers. I'm so excited and happy that you're here with me today. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you'd hit the subscribe button down below, as well as a notification bell next to that. Make sure you hit it to all so that you get the notifications when I upload a video. If you'd give this video a thumbs up as well as share it, that would be amazing as well. As you know, we are trying to grow the channel, so I just can't wait to see what happens along the journey with you guys. So, on to business. Getting to Know You, episode 11. You guys, awesome comments, especially last week's Getting to Know You episode. And since then, I think I've only actually had one question, and then I kind of turned a couple things into questions. Because I would be interested to know a couple things. And then we have some comments or suggestions, really not suggestions, but ideas and comments. And then I'm going to go over how many knife and pencil holders we have, holding hookers we have, and how many of anybody that just commented, how many are Clover, Boy, Susan Bates, or Furls lovers. So that is everything we're going to cover today. I don't think it's going to be a really long episode, but let's get started. So a couple things first. Remember, I mentioned this on I think my last live or live before that. If you would be interested in being put onto my card list to receive, well, primarily Christmas card, but who knows, a card throughout the year possibly. If you're interested in getting on that list, go ahead and email me your address. It's in the description box below, and I'll put it right down here as well. So that's number one. Number two, remember, if you are a small business, whether you're a home business that you sell online, you sell things online, or if you have a small brick and mortar business, a restaurant, a store, whatever the case may be, if you would like to get a shout out from me, make sure to go ahead and send me either a small write-up about your business, as well as any way that people can find you online or in real life. Or if you'd like to send me a sample so that I can show what it is that you make or do, or if you have a restaurant and you'd like to send me a menu, go ahead and send it to the P.O. Box address in the description box below. It is my P.O. Box number. I've had several people ask me or mention to me a few times, you don't have your P.O. Box address, it's your regular address. I so absolutely adore you guys and appreciate you guys bringing that to my attention in case I did make that mistake. But it is my P.O. Box address. I just am able to use the physical address of the post office so that any expedited carriers like FedEx, UPS can deliver to it, because they don't deliver to P.O. boxes. So my post office has the option where you can either do P.O. Box whatever, or you can use the street address, number, whatever. So that is my P.O. Box address in the description box below. So if you'd like to go ahead and send me either a sample, a menu, a write-up about your business, I will go ahead and, like I said, in the month of June, I will do a shout out at the end of any of my videos that is closest to when I receive your stuff. Now, if the only reason I wasn't doing anything via email is because I sometimes miss emails, because I do get a lot of emails into that email address. But if it's just a write-up that you would like to have done, if you send it to my email address, again, I'll put it across here on the screen, and it's in the description box below. You can go ahead and do that, and I'll hopefully catch it and print it off so that I have it. If for some reason I don't do a shout out of yours, that just means that I either didn't get the email, or if you sent something, I didn't receive it. The P.O. box would be the best because I will for sure know that that's where it is. But if it's just a write-up, which is totally fine, you can go ahead and email that to me as well. Just make sure in the subject line that you say June small business shout out. And then I'll know, hopefully that'll catch my attention enough and I'll be able to print that out. So we got that taken care of. Also, I'm only going to mention this because my mom, I noticed that she had gotten an email. Recently I had a Pampered Chef party and several of you had taken part. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun with it, and I think you guys had a lot of fun with the games and stuff that she did online. And congratulations again, Adele, because you were the winner of the one of the item that she was giving away. But if you're getting emails from her and you don't want to get them, because I guess she's sending like either updates or maybe specials or stuff like that. If you're not wanting to get the emails, please don't feel like you have to continue getting them. You can opt out of that anytime. You're not going to offend me. You're not going to offend her. So I just wanted to bring that up because I noticed today that my mom got one, and I figured, well, since she was a guest and a customer, then maybe everybody else is too. So please don't feel bad for opting out if you choose to. I just wanted to let you guys know that. Okay, so let's see. Do we want to do questions, or do we want to do everything else first? All right, let's do with questions. Okay, one of them is going to be homework. Okay, so the homework for you guys, so that you can answer it in the comment section below. For me, I did ask it in Wednesday's video, but I mentioned on one of my whips that I was wanting to find out your best ideas on carrying yarn up. That was for my Lilith shawl, where I was going to have to be carrying up the green. It was the purple and the green. If you guys want to see or get an idea of it, you can watch Wednesday's video. But there are going to be many areas where it's all purple with green in between. Now there's some areas where it's going to be 1 row green, 3 rows purple, 1 row green, 3 rows purple. Then there's going to be sections where it's 1 row green, 2 rows purple, 1, 2. Then there are going to be sections where it's several rows green with several rows purple, which in that case I would just cut it at the end and then do the green and then cut it and then do the purple. But I'm not going to be doing a border around it. So what do you think is the best way to carry up the yarn if there's not going to be a border? So if you guys can, either if you have videos that you'd like to link in the comment section below, or if you want to send me an email, again, the email address is in the description box below. That would be awesome. I've had a couple suggestions. I know Tammy said that you can slip stitch all around. Tammy, can you please clarify what it is you meant? Are you talking about slip stitch on each row where it is that I carried up, or slip stitch instead of carrying up? If you can please clarify that, I would appreciate it. For some reason my brain is not able to grasp that for some reason, so I would appreciate that, Tammy. So yes, carrying up, I mean, if I was going to carry the green up 3 rows, then it would kind of be messy. So I'm thinking I may have to cut it after each row so that it looks the best and the most professional and the cleanest. But if you guys have ideas, please let me know in the comment section below, or email me with links or whatever the case is. I greatly appreciate your help on this. Now, also I mentioned on the Stingray scarf that it starts with, it's not a magic loop. It started with a chain 7 and then slip stitch into the first chain that I created. And then I forget how, I think it was like 6 or 8 double crochets into the loop. And then you go on to the rest of the shawl. But that left a little bit of a loop up there. It didn't matter how loose I made my stitches or anything, or how tight I made the chain, there was still a loop. Somebody said that they also, they thought they were the only ones that had that issue with shawls that started that way, and that since they're just for her personally, she doesn't sell them, she would just stitch it with a same color thread. But is there any, do you have any ideas on a better way to either make the loop smaller or to work around that? Again, it's the Stingray pattern on Shandy at Expression Fiber Arts website. So there you go. Then I had an actual question from Mary. She asked if chain spun yarn was hard to work with. I haven't found it hard to work with. Now I have, I think it's like 3 hanks of yarn from KnitCrate that are chain spun, and then I have like 2 other ones, if I'm not mistaken, that are chain spun. I've only worked with one though, so I can't really like say all the way across the board, but with the one that I used, I didn't find it more difficult to use at all. I really enjoyed it, and I think that it's like a softer, like a not spongier, but like a, I don't know, it's like more airy or something, like the strands of yarn, but I didn't find it harder to use. Now she did also ask, would the first row, like the first row after you do the chain row, would that be especially hard to work with you know, with a chain spun? Because if you've got the chain and then you're working the first row into the chain, would it be even harder because it's a chain spun? I didn't find it to be. If anybody else has anything to say about that, or if you want to help Mary out, that would be great. Your experiences, yes, it's harder, no, it's not harder, or this is what I found to be harder, but this is how I got around it, type of a thing. I didn't find it to be harder, but I do have a Hulk grip, and what I did try to do with the chain spun yarn was try to loosen my tension. I don't know if that made a difference or not, but it was just because as soft as it was, I just wanted it to make it airier, like not super tight and dense. So I hope that answered your question, and I hope that anybody else that has experience with chain spun yarns will help or comment in the comment section below to help you out. So Mary, if you come back, hopefully somebody will have had experience with it as well and can help you with that. Okay, so as far as my question about asking who's a pencil or a knife holding hooker, we have one person that's kind of her own style. She considers herself pencil holding, but she wouldn't necessarily hold a pencil or a pen that way, so she kind of does it her own way. And I guess she's been told that the way she holds her hook, as well as the way she holds her yarn, I think she said weird was the word, but so she kind of does her own thing. So we have one that's her own style. We have one that does both. Oh crap, what did you say you did? I think you said you started out knife, but then she also taught herself to pencil hook, because while knife hooking, if she's doing it for too long, her hand cramps up, so it's nice to be able to switch to pencil to kind of alleviate that. So she does both. And then we have 5 pencil holders. Now this is of everybody that commented. Not everybody, this isn't everybody that's on my channel or anything. This is just out of who commented. So we have one with her own style, one that does both, 5 that do pencil, that are pencil holding hookers, and then we have 11 that are knife holding hookers. So the most common holding style on from the people that commented on my channel are knife holding hookers. So that's an interesting little tidbit of information. As far as favorite hooks, from anybody who answered, there were a lot of people who started out with Boy and then moved to Susan Bates and either stayed with Susan Bates or then switched over to Clover and now are Clover. So the numbers that I have are of whatever the ultimate answer, not the ultimate, but the final answer was on what they now feel is their favorite hook. So we've got one Susan Bates, believe it or not. There are several people that have used Susan Bates or have gone from Boy to Susan Bates to Clover or started Susan Bates and went to Clover. But one person that answered saying she's currently a Susan Bates lover. Then we've got 2 furls. Granny D did not answer. If she did, I'm pretty sure she would have said furls. But of the people that answered, 2 that furls is their love. And then we've got 4 boy hook lovers. And then, ta-da, we've got 8 Clover lovers. Several of which started out with boy, went to Susan Bates, and then tried Clover. And it's like the ultimate, that's just what they love. It was a game changer for them going to Clover. One of those 8, it's the regular Clovers. The regular Clovers she loved, but she switched to the soft touch. And I think that was because the hook is longer and it just made a world of difference for her. So those are the statistics from the people that commented on which hooks they love the best. So then I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about, now this is just general stuff. When I mentioned at the time, I think that there was a storm coming or something, and Miley was a little anxious. They said that their dog also gets anxious with fireworks or thunder, but that their doctor suggested Benadryl and that it made all the difference in the world. Miley is a little bit like me, as in things react with me opposite or stranger than with normal people, which is basically anybody outside of me. Benadryl actually makes her ridiculously hyper. She's like bouncing off the walls and totally not comfortable on it. The same thing with Valium, which is also something that can be given to dogs. Same effect. She's bouncing off the walls. I actually have to have a sedative that is the level of like they use for surgeries, and even then it just kind of makes her calm. Like, she doesn't jump up right away when I come home. Like, she'll wag her tail a little and be like, okay, you're home, but all right, I'm chilling. That's the kind of sedative I need for her in order to get her calm, and even then it doesn't last that long. So she's very much like mommy in that particular sense. We also had someone who said she was a Susan Bates hooker, and then she tried Clover. She hated it when she started with it, but by the end of the shawl, she loved it. And I'm guessing is now a Clover hooker, or may do both. I don't know. She didn't clarify that. But she hated the Clover when she switched over to it, but then by the end of the shawl, she loved it. So that's what I think I'm going to have to do with my leather hooks, because I love that they're Clover tips, but for whatever reason, of course, the first box I picked up is the one that isn't in there. It's in my project bag. But I mean, look at this. How could you not love this hook? Seriously, people. I mean, okay, the color. Anyway, I'm thinking pencil holders have a better time with the leather hooks. I think knife holding hookers, it's not quite as easy to get used to in the beginning. I don't know, but I am going to try to do one entire project with it to see if I regain my control and my speed. I really hope so, because oh my gosh, would I not love working with this hook. I mean, look at this thing. Now, this is a D as in David, I think. Or is it a 6 millimeter? No, this may be a 6 millimeter, actually. Andrea, I need your help, please. You always help me with this stuff. This hook, was it a 6 millimeter? I think that's what it is. But it kind of almost looks like a D also, so I don't know. But, oops, wrong way. I think it's actually a 6 versus a D. I don't know. But anyway, Andrea, I need your help. But, I mean, look at this. Is this not amazing? I mean, what an amazing hook to be working with. So anyway, I'm hoping that I can get used to it and use it throughout the entire thing. Only problem is I don't really use 6 millimeter hooks that much. So, I don't know. We'll see. I may have to find a project with a yarn that I'd use a 6 millimeter hook on, because that thing is amazing. Just saying. Okay, my hair's all kind of messed up. So sorry about that. I had it halfway up because when I wear my mask, I'm wearing one of the ones that I like begged. Okay, I didn't beg her, but I asked Tammy if she could make me a couple, and she did. And I use it with a ribbon and tie it at the top of my head, which I have so many people say, oh my God, I've never seen a mask with it tied that way. And I'm like, well, you can do it with yours. Oh, really? Like at the vitamin shop, she's like, really? I can do it with mine? I'm like, yeah, you just have to, guide a ribbon through it. And I told her how, and she's like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. It's so cute. So thank you, Tammy. But anyway, so wow, I got off track right there. All right. When talking about the different hooks that people have used, people that did start with the Boy or the Susan Bates, the reason they had problems with the aluminum hooks is because they are considerably smaller. Of course, the ones I think I have right here are bigger ones, but like this one, well, this one's a smaller one. This is a 4.0. It's a Susan Bates, but without the handle, it's a lot smaller, and so hands start to cramp faster. So I get it. I totally get it. And plus, when you're working with it, I know it may sound weird, but I know there are a lot of you that agree with me. Even the little bit of the writing that's on the thumb grip can, after a while, just kind of irritate your fingers. So I totally, that's why I tried the clovers, because everybody was talking about it, like, oh my God, they're so amazing and whatever. And so I tried it, and yeah, it was an instant game changer for me. For that reason, it's not as thin, so my hand didn't cramp up as much, and plus the hook just glides right through yarn. I haven't found a yarn that slows it down, so I did love that. Like I said, the other thing that was mentioned a couple times is that the rubber patches or the engraving bothers the fingers after a while. So yeah. Oh yeah, the person that said she likes the Clover soft touch, it's because the handle is longer and it helps with long crochet sessions. Oh yeah, that was Leanne that said it. Hi Leanne. She said that having the soft touch, the handle is longer, so it helps her crochet for longer periods of time, and doesn't make her hand as sore doing that. Okay, yeah, and I'm hoping you guys let me know if you guys mind if I mention your name as somebody who made a certain comment or whatever. Now that I think about it and have done it a couple times, I don't know if I should. So, but anyway, being that a couple people actually have their own channel, I guess, I mean, since they're out there talking about it anyway, I'm hoping it's not a problem. But Tammy, now I'm self-conscious on saying it, but she has a channel here on YouTube, but she started, I was saying before, she started as a knife holder, but was having a lot of cramping. So she taught herself how to pencil hold the hook so that she can switch. So she starts off knife, but then if her hand starts to cramp, she switches over to the pencil hold, which I think is awesome. I'd love to be able to teach myself how to hold it pencil style. When I tried it when I first started, I tried it pencil, and I don't know why it just, I don't know if it was too much movement or what, but it just wasn't, I didn't catch it. Like, it didn't stick with me for some reason, and it just felt awkward. But I would love to teach myself for that reason, so that I can actually crochet for longer periods of time. Just switch to the pencil hold instead of, but I'm guessing that could affect tension. Well, no, because tension is with the yarn. So I wonder if when you switch, does it affect any way that the stitch would look? I guess not. It wouldn't really, would it? No, I don't think it would. If you have an answer to that, or if you have an opinion on that, go ahead, leave it in the comment section below. And she's one who started with Boy, went to Susan Bates, and then went to the Clover, and it was a game changer for her. Let's see. Okay, I already asked that question. About the carrying up, or the color, with doing the color changes, the way I was describing on how it's going to kind of work itself out. Should I carry up? Do you have a way of carrying up but it's still looking clean and professional, or should I cut it and then restart it with a standing stitch to make it the cleanest, since I'm not going to do a border on it? So I did already do that. And then I did want to say a big thank you for all of the comments about saying how much you love that I'm getting back to normal as far as my regular videos, and back in this environment with, you know, the screen behind me, which, like I said, once I organize my space and have my cabinets up with the yarn in it, then that will be my background. But until then, I'm hoping to continue doing this, not for my lives. My lives will be in my bedroom, but for my regular videos here. So thank you so much for all the comments about how you guys are happy and or really like the fact that I'm getting back to normal, somewhat normal, I guess. And just thank you so very, very much for all of your continued love and hugs and support and prayers and everything, and how you guys always ask about my mom and about Miley, and just that you guys care so much. I really do appreciate it, as does my mom, and I know Miley does too. She doesn't understand what I'm talking about, but she does appreciate it. But my mom and I really do appreciate all of it. You guys are awesome and so amazing. I mean, this is such a great, the fiber arts community is really a great community, and of course I think I have the best group there is, which we all go from group to group to, I mean, from channel to channel to channel, but you guys know what I mean. So thank you so very much. I really do appreciate that. It means the world to me that you guys are just so absolutely amazing. And of course, you guys are all in my thoughts and prayers all the time, and my love always goes out to you. And of course I send hugs all the time as well. But I did want to ask, okay, so the homework was to help me out with your thoughts, opinions, ideas, suggestions on carrying up yarn, how you do it, how you would suggest to do it, if you have videos that you like to follow for it. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you guys have any help for Mary, or, you know, I gave my opinion on chain spun yarn, but if you have, if you've run into it being more of a challenge to work with it, or if you haven't, that would be awesome to know also. I'd like to know if anybody else doesn't have an issue with chain spun yarn, or if you find that working the first row into a, your first, chain row, that would be great to know. So those two things, if you guys can comment. And then of course throughout the week I'm going to jot down any suggestions, comments, ideas, questions, so that we can go over it in next week's Getting to Know You episode, which I'm hoping you guys are getting notifications for my videos. The reason I say that is it seems like about 80% of anybody that has come to me saying they're really looking forward to my next recipe video on our kitchen channel, after I already posted a video, I realized that about 80% of, I'm guessing about 80% of the channel, which of course it's a small channel right now, but 80% of the people didn't get a notification at all that I posted a video. As for this channel, it seems like you guys haven't been getting notifications either, because, well, it seems like my views have gone down from when they ever, you know, from any other videos, whether they were lives or pre-recorded ones. The views have gone down, and just when talking to somebody saying, oh, well, did you see this video or whatever? Oh, no, I didn't get a notification. I missed it. So I don't know if YouTube is going through something and they're simply not sending out notifications, because there are a lot of channels that I follow that I'm not getting notifications on. And then there are channels that I get notifications all the time from. So I don't know the method or madness on it. But if you guys can let me know, do you get notifications for my videos on this channel? And if you are also part of my Natalie and Mom's Kitchen channel, do you get notifications for that one? I would love to know, just for curiosity reasons. I do know that I've noticed my bell settings have changed on some channels. They've gone from all to personalized, and those are the channels that I'm not getting notifications for anymore. So I don't know if that happened with an update or a YouTube change or whatever, but I did notice that part. So anyway, thank you all so very much. That's basically all I have. Remember, if you'd like to be on my card list, go ahead and email me with your address, and I will add you to my list. And I just look forward to our journey together from going forward. So have a great day, or have a great week, well, a great rest of your Friday, and a great weekend. And I will see you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hop onto a live this weekend. I'm going to try to on Sunday, but no promises. If not, I will for sure be on my scheduled live on Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. But I'm hoping to get a Monday recorded video up as well. So I will promise to see you Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. If I see you before that on my channel, that'll be awesome. If not, hopefully I'll see you on somebody else's channel before Tuesday night. So have a great weekend. Remember, for every season, there is a reason to crochet. I love you all dearly. Love, hugs, and prayers to you all. Stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys soon. Miley says hi to her peeps. She's just in the other room relaxing in bed. So, like I told you guys, she's all good and quiet until I hit that go live button when I'm doing my lives. Then she's all antsy and in my face. So now you know I'm not all full of it. So anyway, she says hi to her peeps. My mom says hello too to everybody. Thanks again for everything. You guys are awesome. I love you all dearly. I will see you guys soon. Bye.